right? Isn't that awesome? So it's really cool. So if you're watching us on air, it's Maria here from the Fox11 newsroom in Los Angeles, and I have the amazing, talented David Foster.
Good morning, everyone. Are we?
Good morning, David.
Yes, I want to introduce you to some of the people that are in the Hangout
I'm seeing them down there.
This is Matt Gibson. Matt
Hey,
is
David.
from North Dakota. As you can see, he's quite musically inclined here, and he's.
Well, we can see that he wants to be musically inclined. We don't
Wants
know
to,
if
Oh, wow.
I just wear this.
This is Kempton. He's in Canada.
Hello, David. I'm from Calgary, Canada.
Jeff is in Bay Area, up in San Francisco.
What's up, Jeff?
And Dayano is in Reno.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Usually we have some other people too coming in from the UK, but they're not. I know they're not up here.
They don't want to see me.
Apparently, it's you. No.
So, for sure.
No. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's very special. You're very busy, very talented person. You were here a year ago, and I just said hello to you in the hallway because Cherise,
Are you Filipino?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so we're very proud of her.
Yes.
You know how we are. We're very protective.
Oh, I know. I've been there a few times.
Yes.
Yeah,
I met her way before, I think, not say way before, but right before you met her. So I was blown away, literally off my chair when I first heard her sing. When did you first get wind of her, and what was like the first thought that came to your mind?
You know, because of the internet, and we're witnessing it here too, it was one of these convergence things where within a 10-minute span, about 3 people sent me her email.
Oh.
My sister and a guy at Warner Brothers Records and somebody else, and I went, wow, I better check this out. And of course, I don't know what she was singing, maybe even one of my songs, and it was numbing. And she was what, 14, maybe?
Yeah. 14. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Oprah phenomena happened right away, and we flew to Chicago, and it just got crazy after that.
So you first got wind of her on YouTube, basically.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? That's amazing to me.
Maybe that'll happen today.
Yeah.
Is somebody going to sing for us?
No, I don't think anyone.
Oh, you don't allow
Maria.
No, there have some rules.
Yeah, Maria has flute. She has a beautiful voice.
No.
Yeah.
You
She does?
terrible. No.
Oh, absolutely.
She wants lessons.
You should sing for us here.
No,
Yeah. I think that'd be a great idea.
To have Maria sing?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. She was just talking about that before you came, how much she just couldn't wait for you to hear her singing voice. You guys remember, right?
Yeah.
I was telling them that in my secret life, because I was going to ask you. You missed it, Eloy. In my secret life, I wanted to be a singer. When I was a little girl, I was always at church, and you know. Can you learn? Because I'm horrible, and I'm not kidding. Can you learn to sing to a certain degree, or no?
You really can't.
I appreciate your honesty.
But it's true. But I mean, one of the, like, you take a singer like J-Lo. What she has is great tone. Like when you hear her, you know it's her. She's not a great singer, but you know it's her. I'm sure she got better than when she started, but she can only take it to a certain level because she's not really a great singer. You can't. It's a God-given. How does Cherise sing like that at 13?
Yeah.
You know,
little tiny thing with that voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Celine. When I found Celine when she was 18 or so, I mean, it was like the Max Ellis. Like her hair just stood back. Yeah.
No, I totally.
She didn't learn that. She was given that.
How did you get your start? Because obviously you didn't. You know, growing up, you didn't want to say, "Oh, I want to be this prolific producer." What did you want to do first?
I always wanted to do music, and I was one of the fortunate people, and maybe some of the folks that are sharing the screen with us today can relate to this, that you know, by the time I was 10, I just knew. I just knew I was going to do music. I didn't know what I was going to do. No, I knew I couldn't sing. I wasn't given that gift.
You knew that too?
I knew that too, yeah. Not given that, no, not given that gift. God doesn't give with both hands, you know. But I just knew, and I didn't know where it would take me, but it was a great comfort for me because I didn't have to think about what I was going to do for a living because I knew I would make a living doing music. You know, I don't know. Does anybody else?
I've known my whole life. I recently just retired from the military, and I'm getting ready to reinvent myself with my inner dream child, so to speak. With my music, and I've been writing a bunch of stuff and getting ready to make it happen. But my whole life, it's like I've known that it's my calling and passion, but I just wasn't. Everyone has a point, and I think my point is getting ready to happen.
Well, good for you. And I guess, to my great luck, my point came when I was 10. And that was it. And I knew. And there was nothing going to stop me. And that at 10, I thought, wow, maybe I'll end up playing piano at that nightclub downtown, and that'll be my job, and which was a great thing to aspire to.
Sure.
And then as with a lot of the people, your dreams and goals get bigger as you move along. Were you too? Did you think you'd be sitting at Fox doing this today?
No, I didn't. You're right. When I was 10, I did know I was watching Sesame Street, and I knew that I wanted to be in Fox in some shape, one way or another. That's how I ended up. But I know you guys have some questions. Please, who wants to have the question?
Yeah. I just want to follow up on that. The flip side of it is, I guess, like my better half, she has a great voice, but she ended up being a lawyer, and that's what she does now, and she's not singing much. But I want to ask you about the little Canadian girl, Maria Aragon. I don't know if she was quite big with her singing Lady Gaga's song online, and then it's become a huge phenomenon in Canada. Have you got a chance to listen to her sing, and do you think she would be one have the quality to become a star?
No, I have not heard her. Maria Aragon. I will check her out. Maybe cross my path. But you got to remember, when people sing, I don't know anything about her, but when people sing great cover songs, like when somebody stands in front of me and sings "I Will Always Love You," the song I did with Whitney, the song is such a star that the singer, if they're half decent, they can wow the crowd. And so I always have to temper what I hear with the song that they choose, because if they can move me with a song that I've never heard before, that's a lot better than moving with me like singing my song "The Prayer," which is a song as a star, and it's you move people if you half deliver it. But back to your other point of, did you say it was your mother that's a lawyer now?
No, my better half. Yeah,
your wife.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
my wife.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, like she was great in singing and lovely voice and what. But she's a lawyer now, and it's hard push for me to actually get her sing. Like she kind of realized to the fact that, hey, you can't make much money off that. And
yeah, the thing is that if it's really your calling, you don't let anything get in the way. And to her great credit, becoming a lawyer is no easy job. So she must be very smart. Yeah. But you can't let anything get in your way. I just sort of chuckle when I see these kids on American Idol, and it's a great show to watch. It's fun.
What do you think about that?
Well, what is disappointing to me is when these kids they tell their story, and they go, and they're 21 years old, and they go, "This is it. If I don't make it on American Idol, I'm finished." It's like, no, go to a club, learn how to sing, learn how to play an instrument. If you don't make it, on American Idol, you're going to quit. I mean, are you kidding me? Ridiculous.
And they're so young.
Yeah.
So much.
This is my last chance. Really?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just a dime. I mean, she was just hidden away for so long. So it's never too late, I suppose,
no,
right?
I don't think so. No.
Hey,
Brad,
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead, Jim.
So when you I'm sorry.
Okay.
So when you mentor somebody, how do you draw the line between them trying to be who they are and then them taking your advice? When they're trying to incorporate your advice, but yet still be true to their own style and how they want to sing. How do you hit that fine line?
It's a great question, Brad, and it's very tricky because Jeff. I'm sorry. I'll just give you an example. My good friend Josh Groban, who I found when he was 17, and he's fantastic. He's an incredible singer, and I've joked with him. He's 31 now, and I tell him, the longer I go, the more I look for the new Josh Groban, the more I realize there isn't one, and you're just even greater than I thought you were. But in the beginning, of course, when he was 17, he did exactly what I wanted, and my DNA was all over his record, and it was just really my record with him singing. But as he grew and matured, and I didn't know he was a piano player and a songwriter, I didn't know that then, and he's matured into this incredible artist, and my DNA has become less important to him because he wants to have his own voice, no pun intended. And that's, you just got to let them fly like children. I mean, if I had started with Madonna, I probably would have made a big mistake and tried to keep her doing disco music, and that would have been so wrong because she reinvented herself with every album. And Josh, now at 31, is really flexing his own muscles and doing some great work without me, and I'm just really proud of him.
Matt, do you have
Do we got time
questions?
for one? Yeah. Hey, David.
Hey, man.
I'm getting ready to start my journey with my music, and I'm working on my record, and got a good team of people helping me finish it. But the independent artist versus record label, it seems like there's two different paths that I could take, and now it's more viable to be an independent artist than it used to be because of the internet, and you can market yourself and do stuff like that. But as a new artist, do you think I should have a plan to go in one direction or another, or see what happens? I'm a little worried about the record industry, because all my friends that have deals are not really making a living, So I'm trying to figure out a little bit about that.
Yeah, one of the problems with a record deal now is there's no place to go. There's only 3 record companies, and that's tragic. There used to be 10 record companies, so you only have 3 places to go, and if you don't have heat, they're just not going to be interested.
Right.
I went and saw an act on Sunday night named Alan Stone, who's starting to pick up a lot of momentum, and there was a buzz with all 3 record companies because this guy's been touring for 2 years solid, and he's built this fan base. So I would say to you, if you're not gigging and you don't have a fan base, you don't have a choice but to do it independently, because no record company is going to be interested in you, no matter how great your CD might be, if you have no fan base and if you can't go to a club of a couple hundred people and wow the hell out of them. So that's what I would concentrate on. And obviously you want to pursue both paths, but the independent way is working for a lot of people.
Sure. Thank you.
Are you gigging right now?
No, I'm not able to right now. But that's going to change in about a month and a half, and I was going to get my record done, and then I was going to start, going out and promoting it with tour.
Yeah, you got to get a fan base, otherwise no record company's going to be interested in you.
But Google Plus, I've got about 10,000 people following me, and I don't even have my record done yet. So it's really a nice way to get your exposure out there.
Let's see if you can get those people to come out in those cities and see you.
Yep.
That would be the
That's
ticket.
really good advice.
Cool.
And other question from someone?
I think Brett tried. I've got a question, but I think Brett has a question. Did you have a question, Brett?
Yeah,
okay.
Brett, do you have a question?
Nope, I was just scratching my face. I'm listening and doing some work.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm going to go out of here in about a minute.
Yeah, last
But
question.
go ahead, last question, sorry.
let me ask the question. So Michael Bublé, you discovered him. Can you talk about how you discovered him and what do you see his career going?
Well, it is a great story. It's maybe well publicized or maybe not, but I was at a wedding, and he was the wedding singer.
Oh,
And and I swear to you, he came out, and he knew I was in the audience, so it was a little bit of an amped up performance. But he came out, and the father of the bride said, "You got to see this guy. He's incredible." He dragged me up to the front, and Michael Bublé came out, and he goes, "When the shark bites," and I went, "Oh my God, I'm seeing greatness here." Just like when I saw Celine, just like when I saw Josh, like when I saw Bryan Adams the first time. It was like, greatness in my brain is undeniable. It's
so
just
there's an it factor, though, right? There's something that is just you can't.
Yeah, it's ineffable. You can't describe it. Absolutely.
There's something in each one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's just, he moved me. I mean, I might have seen. I happen to love Drake, the rapper. I probably would have had the same feeling when I first saw him, but there's many artists that I just don't get what they're doing, and they would be very successful. They wouldn't have impressed me, and yet they're still, doing well. So it's just, in my little world, Michael Bublé was just right for me.
You impressed me. You impressed
Thanks,
us.
Maria.
Thank you.
By the way,
Thank you for hanging out with us.
I have her in person, guys. I'm sorry to say.
You, my friend, are the luckiest man in the world.
I've had all those people to have produced all those all those albums. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out.
This was a lot of fun, you guys, and thank you for
Do you want a
listening
picture?
and staying and hanging in with us.
Yeah, let's get a picture.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that. Just
Let's get a picture.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank
That's a
you.
good one.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
guys.
That was a real
Yeah.
treat, you guys. Thank
No,
you.
thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for joining us.
thanks, David.
Chatting with us.